Right back we go, a little midday recap just after it's almost 2. S&P's plus 6, Dow Jones plus 63, Nasdaq plus 54. Yeah, the big mover on the day, there's a few of them. SGLB. Let's take a look at this. What happened with this stock? And these stocks, these small caps, these are where you want to make your money, basically. So, float 5.61 million on FinViz, 7.33 million on Trade Ideas, 25 million market cap. Now the news on this, 8:31 a.m. That's the earliest I have. Sigma Labs signs agreement with Lockheed Martin for its Printrite3d and process quality assurance solution. So 8:31, this comes out. Maybe it was earlier. That's the earliest I got. So this is what you're looking at. Let me just move this over. So when this comes out 8:31, this is the 5-minute. 8:31. So 4 minutes. This is 8:35. This made a big move. As soon as that came out, low float. You have news, and then traders are going to be on this. So you have the criteria of low float, news, traders on it. It's three, the three positive criteria you're looking for. And then, what do you see from here? This moves up. Okay, what's this going up and up and up, bouncing up, or, straight up, a momentum move. What's it going to do? Play what it does. That's all you got to do. Play the chart. Once that comes out, this makes a big move. Okay. What's the next move? Okay, it's a big bull candle here, and it's coming back to this line. You can see this 5 line, and then a hammer. And then you're seeing it coming back a little bit further. These 3 candles, and then you're okay. What's it going to go back? The 450 test. Now, when you see this 13 and 20 EMA come up, that is extremely bullish. To me, I have no fear. Once this goes here, and you see the 13 and 20 EMA come up, extremely bullish. If this goes here, I'm buying at 450. So you see that, you see this back and forth, playing this 450 line. You could play, the 475 line. So you see this up and down, up and down. Now, you can play a little bit further down, but if you make it a line this small, look how tight that is. You go right through that line. You want a bigger line. So here's a 50-cent line. And then I'm saying, oh, this is coming up. This is coming up. So this 450 is very key here. As this 1320 EA moves up, I'm buying here, and I'm buying this 5 line because I have no fear that it's going to get a 450. I mean, could it get a 4? Could be a weird candle wick or something like that, but there's no fear there because I know this is coming up. I know it's a low float. I know it has good news. I'm seeing how it's moving. It's going like this. It's sideways from a bottom move. And what's the best moves? Remember, bottom start, middle can go here on the screen, or if it's a top move. Just say this one straight up. Top move. This could come all the way down here and then bounce, bounce and go down. So the bottom move is the best move for a longer term move. So you're here at 5. You get up to 7. 750 comes back. Look where support is again. Right near 1320 EMA, bounces up, comes back to 750. Another support move. Then it looks like we're peaking at 950. It still might go up here, but again, so your low move. Here's your middle, and here's your high. So for me, up to about here is still a good buy. If you're getting up here, I mean, it's kind of high, but it's still made a nice move. So, the key on this again is early. You got to be up early and see these moves. And you see this, and then you're like, hey, what's it doing? Is it going here? Is it going back down? Right here, back and forth, back and forth. That 5 is a great line. This one's sideways, basically an F. It's called an F pattern, up and like straight, like an F. So up, back here. This is what this move did. Once it did this, these 3 candles, if you're waiting here, like, is it going to go back down? Then you see another green candle. It's very bullish too. So just playing this line. It touched how many times here? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then look where it touched again. It bounced right off. This has been back tested and proven. These low floats that are going to move, came to here and then it's going to touch these EMAs every time on a long move. Unless it's some sort of weird move, it does this and this crashes down. I haven't seen that though on a move that's a low float. So yeah, this is great. So in here you can play whatever you want. 600 chairs. There'll be like a 300 stop here at 450. You get it up here, it's like $2,400 one day. If you do 400, 1,600. That's what I mean. You don't even need a lot of shares. You don't need a lot of shares to make money. You're waiting for specific setups. Get rid of the noise, filter the noise out, and you can win. You can win at this game, and this is an awesome move. This is one of my favorite patterns. But then you have this come all the way down, chopping back and forth. There's the 2 line. See how we touched this 4 line before? Then this went all the way up to like 550. Then we came back. Now let's look at this little cross. Then we bounced all the way up hard, 950 plus. Look at the volume, 239 million. So, once this came down right here and then came back up, very strong. Yeah, I don't like to get a 1 or 2 minute. If you get a 1 minute, it's scalper's paradise. Up, sideways up. You get a 2 minute. This one up, back and forth. And you see the 2 minute, it's going to throw a lot more candles. So here, and look where it touched, the 13 EMA. Now it's going to go through because 2 minutes not as, not as, the time frame. It's going to be a higher time frame because you're going to go up and down a lot with these candles. There's a 3 minute. I usually get a 3 minute and above. 3, 5, I would get in on 10, 15, even 30. Then I'll look for the longer time frame. So here it is up, back and forth. See, I just floated down. Didn't even touch, and then it came down again. Look where it touched, the 20 EMA. That's first line of defense, second line. And then right here, it was getting dropped pretty hard. Remember, this is the 3 minute. So, and then you go look at the 5. 5 is very strong. Look at the 10. You have the 13 clearly over the 20. It's not even close. This came, touched, and look how it's starting to bend now a little bit. But look at the run up. It didn't even come close. So if you're in here, and then you see this, there's no reason to even sell here. You got to let it test these lines on, remember, your low to high. For me, it would be the top of my screen. So now if you keep going, so your top's going to increase, but you can get a feel for it. Because when you're at 350 and this moves at 950, that's a $6 gain. So you'd think, that's going to be a big move at that point. So 350, 250, that's a good move. But when you lose $6, that's a strong move. So you got to expect to drop a little bit from there. All right, so this had great news. And Lockheed Martin partner for Printrite3d. That was came out early. 831's the earliest I've seen it on. I see it on Access Wire and Zynga. And what do? I remember the stuff. They develop, commercialize, manufacture materials technologies. They do 3D printing. All right, so this is a great move. And we're still going right now. It's at 832. It may pull back. Excuse me. If this pulls back, if it pulls back really hard, I could see it pull back to 550 possibly this line. We'll see what happens. So that's it. SGLB was the winner today in how to play this stock. Classic 1 pull on the 5 minute. Big move up. 6, and it comes all the way back to this line, the 5 line. So that's a big base right here. Then you come sideways, back and forth. Then you take off, dip by, and that's it. It's not that complicated. It's a matter of, some charts are hard than others to read. That's what it is. It's like, you're on a football field. Tom Brady is going against a tough defense, and they're throwing all kinds of stuff at him. This is extremely tough to read. Now, this chart, it's back and forth. You're seeing a pattern here. Oh, it's not going through, going back and forth. You have good support coming out. Your 13 EMA. Now, people say you can't use your 1320 EMA as support. To me, it's support. because everyone's using the 1320 EMA and the 9 EMA. See, bounce, bounce. So, that's the big move there. And then you don't have to get a lot of shares. And you still made a great gain on that. You can make like 12 to 2,000. Now, who doesn't want to do that? If you could do that a few times a month, that's 2, 3 grand. It's like 35, 40 grand just hitting a button a few times. There's gonna be times that are harder than others, but if stick to your plan, don't make this complicated. And don't watch the noise on Twitter, chat rooms. Play your play. Everyone's playing something different. We're all looking at the same things, but you don't know what they're thinking. This is you versus your system, what you see in the screen. Believe in your system. My system is here. When you see this come up, and this goes to 5, I'm seeing this back and forth, and I'm going 13 EMAs come up. It's news. It's a low float. Are they just going to drop it through here? No. They're going to move this stock. Traders are going to jump on its low float. And it's going to move, and that's what happened. Now, if it was no news and it came up here and like faded, that's possible. Like, let me look through some stocks here. Like, look at this stock. Here's the high pole. SJR, big move up. Look at this. And then what happens? It made one big move up sideways, and then it's going to fade. That's what happens. The move was so strong up, and then it fades down. So you don't want that. You want a low move to start or a middle move. So that's how you play it. All right, so that's it. Going over specifically SGLB. Hope people caught this, made money. Please subscribe to Mike Cayman Trades. Smash the like button. Leave comments. Twitter, Mike J Trades. Instagram, Mike Frank 98. Stock Twits, Mike Cayman Trades. Instagram, Mike Frank 98. TikTok, Mike Frank II. Peace.